Hello and welcome to another indigo blue video. My name's Jane and I'm one of the design team, and today I thought that we would have a play with a very old it's called a one sheet little notebook thing that you can make, and it's really simple to do, so I'm not going to spend a huge amount of time in actually doing this part. It's more of decorating it and doing it as something which would be fun. So what we need a sheet which measures 8 inches by 8 inches. The reason that I've done it 8 by 8 is that all of our papers, which are non-coated, so you can stamp all over them, absolutely fabulous. You know, they're artist textured papers, so they are beautiful, and they are 8 inches by 8 inches plus a bit. So for example, I have just cut this off an 8 by 8, and you can see you get a good 1/4 inch or so over on both sides on almost all the papers. So there's enough to be able to, you know, cut a little bit more than 8 by 8. So you could use all paper. I'm doing it like this because it's easier for you to see. And also I quite like doing papers where I can just add them, and I've got 1/4 inch spare on there, and that's just my preferred for doing this. So you've got your 8 by 8 inch paper, and you are going to measure 2 inches, 4 inches, 6 inches along each one of the sides. 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6 inches. You're then going to take a ruler and you're going to mark it into grids. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 12 equal grids. Now, I'm going to do this very lightly with a pencil, but what you're going to do is you are going to cut down 1, 2, 3 squares. You are then going to cut up from the bottom 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to cut down 1, 2, 3. Okay, now there are lots and lots of different tutorials on how to do this, so if you're completely stuck, go and have a look on you know, YouTube or somewhere like that, and you will find them. So we are going to cut down or cut up from the bottom up 3. So might have to take my glasses off for this, do I? It's very difficult because I'm quite short-sighted, so my accuracy is not perfect. Now you could do this on a trimmer if you wanted to, but I'm just going to cut up here. So 1, so that's your 3. Okay, then you're going to cut from here down to 3. So I'm going to turn it round, and I'm going to cut from here down . Now I'm doing this a little bit quicker than I probably would normally do, so I can just show you, because the more accurate it is, the easier it is when it folds for it to actually fold beautifully. Okay, so we've got 1 down there, 1 up that way, and then we're going to do on this one, it's going to come from the top down to the bottom. Okay, so we're going to turn it round again, and this one is going to go from the bottom up 3. Now you can do these any size you want. So if you've got 12 by 12 papers, you can do it so that they're 3 inches by 3 inches. This is done 2 inches by 2 inches because it's 8. And you can make them small, you can make them miniature. So you've basically got an M or a W, depending which way you look at it. So if we take it down again, you're going to go down, up, down in your cutting. Okay. Now we have to do the folding. So with the folding, we need to take it, and we're going to concertina fold it. So we're going to fold it from here. I'm going to try and get my little line as accurately as I can along here. You can use a bone folder or something like that, or you can use your fingers. And I want to try and get it, says me, the first one completely cockeyed. You want to try and get it as evenly as you can. So then we're going to turn it over and we're going to take it along this line and we're going to take it up so that it lines up to here and we can get it as accurately as we can. And then we're going to take it round this way. So you're basically doing a concertina all the way up. Now, it's very difficult. My camera is literally right above my head, so this is probably not going to be as accurate as you're going to do it. So when you get up to here, you're going to go across this way. Okay. And then we're going to go down this, so backwards and forwards. Now, I'm literally just going to fold it across because I've got my line here. And then back again, so like a little concertina all the way down, and then we get to the end again, we go horizontally or vertically, side to side, and then we're going to go back down this way. And I'm doing this so that when I actually get to the end, because you can see it's not completely accurate here because we've got bits coming in and going out and all the rest of it, but you'll get the idea of what I'm trying to do. Okay, so we now have, if we turn it up like this, we now have a little book that will open. So we can bring it out this way and have lots of pages. And the only thing we need to do is to glue these ones together. Now, you could just glue at the back and have like a little open pocket if you wanted to. Or you could, so I'm going to glue that one to that one, which I can actually do now. Use whatever your preferred glue is. Could use Slap It On. I've just actually got some of this glue, which I'm going to be using for this one, but Slap It On is really good. I just happen to have some of this that I need to use up, so I'm using this one. Okay, so let's just take this down here and make sure we've got it right. Have I got the right? Have I put it on the right one? Yes, I have. So that needs to go on there. We only want the one that goes in between this way to have our bit of glue on. So let's come up on here. Just putting a little bit that way, this way, this way. This one is this one up this way. I'm just going to glue that one together. Okay, so we now have a little bit more of a book. So it opens up. Like this. And in fact, if we do it this way, we're going to have, that's our cover. Open, 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 and like that. Now, as I say, you can keep some of them open if you want to do little pockets. I'm not. Now, you can see, as I turned around and said, mine are a little bit not quite completely straight, but that's purely because I haven't folded them absolutely accurately. And if you want to fold them accurately, that's fine. I'm just going to keep going like this because I want to show you the rest of the step. But if you want it absolutely, completely accurately, as you fold it, just keep going until you've got it completely straight. So with these papers, I'm going to have a little cover. So I'm going to put one on that way. So I'm going to put it up this way so we can see from here. Okay, so let me just put some glue on here, and you can use whatever sides you want. I'm going to use this little book because I thought I'd just give you a few little ideas. So I'm going to have a cover on like this, which can go in on the center. And then I'm going to have another one in on the back. So let's put this one in on the back here. Whee! The only trouble is it's a concertina, so it keeps concertinaing out. So let's put this in like that. Whee, that slid up. That wasn't very good, was it? Let's take that off immediately and just move that down. There we go. It's better. Okay, so we've got a front and a back. Now, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now, I certainly haven't got 15 pieces of paper, but we'll start and then you'll get the idea so you can then continue, because otherwise this video is going to go on far too long. So I'm just going to put the first few in so you can see. Now you can, if you want to, you could bind this so you can make it, you know, do your own little binding on the back, but these are quite nice to sort of hang off of little journals, add them into little gifts, and just sort of just trying to see what's straight. Wait, keep sliding this along, don't I? Just make sure that's there. And then that should be in like that on there. That's better. Okay, so that's 2. Maybe I'll just do 4 and then we can see. Otherwise, as I say, it will be too long, but hopefully it just gives you a little bit of inspiration of what you can actually do and how you can continue it. Now, for me, I thought it would be quite nice to do. We have so many beautiful words. So put that up there. Okay, so I've just done, you can see how you get the idea. If you open it up, and I've just done 4. You can carry on and do the whole lot, but I'm not going to do that because I just wanted to show you. And I thought it would be quite fun to have it as, and as I say, it will stay down a little bit. It's that concertina look, so it is going to come out at the moment like that. But I thought, why don't we have the most amazing words. So this is one of my favourites. We are such stuff as dreams are made of. Make your own kind of music. Everyone has their own story to tell. Learn to swim against the tide. Magic is believing in the impossible. Now these will fit perfectly. So I'm just again going to do, what should we do? Make your own kind of music. I like that one. Now, is that going to be the one that I'm going to be able to get out? If I look at it, how good are you at reading the wrong way round? I'm not very good, and I don't think I've got this one, but I'm going to use this one, whatever it is. So this is from the journaling quotes number 2. So I am literally just going to take a bit of white card, little block that I just happen to have handy, put that in. It doesn't matter whether it's straight or not, and I'm using some Allmark because that's my preferred. Ink it up, and then I'm just going to put it in on here. It doesn't matter if it's not straight, it doesn't really matter. Magic is believing in the impossible. Well, that was a good one, wasn't it? I'll clean that up in a minute. And all I'm going to do with this is to just cut it out. Let's take it up this way. Now, obviously, using VersaFine, it takes a while to dry. It's really good for doing, if you're doing embossing, because I say it doesn't dry very quickly. Do it that way and do it this way. Now I need to I've just done this without looking at it, but I think that this is going to go, where's the front of my little book? It's going to be here, isn't it? So I think that this will go quite nicely in the center. Can you see what I'm sort of heading at? So I'm not sure on my cover, but I'm going to put this in as one of my words inside, because I'm going to have it as a little inspirational quotes book. How about that? That would work, wouldn't it? Now, with this, I'm just going to take a little tiny weeny sliver off of here a bit to try and get it a little bit closer. Put that in like that. There we go. And then this is going to come in on, where's my inside one? Let's put it in. If I put it that side, I'm going to put it that side, I think. So let me just grab a little bit of glue. And I am going to have this as a, you know, a little inspirational quotes book. Great little gift to give to somebody, you know, add it to a bouquet of flowers or something like that you want to send somebody, or to a nice plant, some beautiful plants and things coming out with spring flowers, and just, you know, fill it full of lovely little inspirational quotes. Put a little tag through it on there, hang it off, and as I say, you can bind it if you want to. You can take it to whatever levels you want. It's just a very simple thing to do, and I will fill it with all sorts of different quotes. So if I put that here just for a minute, we've got this one. So I love all the quotes in here. We've got this one. I love this one as well. So growing old is mandatory, growing up is optional. A woman without a man is like a fish without a bicycle. I'm not great at advice, but can I interest you in a sarcastic comment? Lovely on those. And even so this is our new Alice. Even on here, there's things like, it would be so nice if something made sense for a change. Time isn't the main thing, it's the only thing. So have a look through your stash and see how many different lovely inspirational quotes there are. Fill a little book like this and give it to somebody special. So that's my little project for today. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, please stay safe and well. Please be kind, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye.